Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. I apologize, guys. A long time, no video. I had to tie up some loose ends with work. I'm going to be taking off work for 2.5 weeks. So I had some things I needed to kind of focus on and kind of take care of before I enjoy this holiday vacation. So I apologize for that, but I'm back in the saddle. I'm going to be dropping content pretty much every day as while I'm off, and I really appreciate it, and it's giving me a little taste of hopefully what retirement looks like. I'm praying that we all get to our goals in 2025, and I'm praying that we either get to $100, 3 digits, 4 digits, maybe even 5 digits. Soon. I can't expect it to all happen all at once, but there's a lot of talk with XRP, and a lot of people are saying that that we could see $100 before the end of the year. We could maybe even see $1,000 by the end of the year. So I'm putting some good mojo out there, some good prayers out there, and hoping that we all can see what we want from XRP. I know $1,000 would definitely be life changing for me, or even $100 would definitely be life changing for me in regards to how much XRP that I hold. But nevertheless, I want to get into it. I got a lot of content that I want to share with you. We have Coinbase looking to delist USDT, and I find the timing of that very odd. I'm putting my crazy conspiracy hat on right now, but I think that, hey, you know what? Maybe it's making room for the the Ripple stablecoin, rather, the real USD to maybe compete or replace or be another option in regards to having a kind of regulated stable coin out there. In addition to that too as well, can we see potential XRP pump this week? We'll get into that too as well. I have an article that I want to share. But before we get into that, let's just take a look at the overall crypto market. We're currently sitting at $3.6 trillion, still holding tight. I love that we're still well above $3 trillion, which is amazing. Again, I remember when it was at 2 trillion and under 2 trillion, but now we're at 3.6. Who knows where we're going to be at this time next year? I'm hoping maybe we could be at a 4 or maybe even a $5 trillion, but I'm very optimistic for the future. Moving on, looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sitting at over 100 grand, which is great to see, sitting at $101,000 too as well. Ethereum it's knocking at $4,000 almost again, sitting at 38.81 right now. And then XRP kind of had a little bit of a pullback over the past 7 days, but still just over $2.40, which is also great to see. All right. Next up too as well, feel free to follow me on my Twitter. You can follow me at Casual Crypto Investor. Gonna be dropping some more content. Also too as well, if you like to stay updated in what's going on with the Casual Crypto Investor community, as well as what's going on in the overall crypto market. Sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. So feel free to follow me on there. Now, I have a couple of little tidbits that I want to share with you too as well, or kind of crypto news nuggets, I guess I like to call them. But this one is pretty interesting. I thought I had an article today that Trump confirms Bitcoin reserve plans, $15 trillion price boom predicted. That would be amazing. Can you imagine? Now, again, if that happens, if you had a $15 trillion price boom, right? If the U.S. goes on record, and there's a lot of speculations and a lot of stuff we don't even know yet. There's been talks that the U.S. is going to replace Bitcoin for gold and all this kind of stuff, which I think, in my opinion, would be a bad idea. But if the U.S. wants to get into the crypto game and want to hold Bitcoin as a form of holding your wealth, or holding it as a store of value, so to speak. Hey, I mean, go for it. But a $15 trillion price boom to Bitcoin would just be insane for the overall crypto market. I think that would spawn a huge uptrend in regards to other people wanting to get involved with other cryptocurrencies. They'll look at some of the prices and they're saying, wow, why would I buy 100 grand worth of Bitcoin when I can buy some XRP, or I can buy some Ethereum, or I can buy some HBAR or Stellar or some of these other cryptocurrencies that are in the top 30 that are pretty much pennies compared to what Bitcoin is at, right? So I think that this would be absolutely insane, and we shall see. I think 2025, guys, is going to be a great year. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting the prayers out there, putting the mojo out there that 2025 is a great year for all of us. All right. Moving on to as well, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategies now owns 2% of the entire Bitcoin supply, which is just absolutely incredible. This guy is either going to be the biggest hero or the biggest zero, depending on what happens with Bitcoin. Now, obviously, if the US stands behind Bitcoin, that's going to be entirely bullish for Bitcoin. And I can see easily, Bitcoin going to maybe 150, maybe who knows, maybe even $200,000 per Bitcoin. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that in 2025 and where and what type of stance that the United States is going to take. As you recall, I mean, most people knows, I know a lot of listeners are not in the States that listen to my YouTube channel. But the thing is that, America is the world's largest economy. So if the world's largest economy gets behind it, I think a lot of other countries would definitely look to put Bitcoin on their balance sheets in some way, shape, or form. So that's just my opinion on it. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Also, too, as well, let's get into the nitty gritty. And this is one of the key articles that I'm going to be sharing in my video. This one's pretty interesting, I thought. This article is already kind of out there that Coinbase is going to look to delist Tether or USDT, the stablecoin in Europe. Will this trend happen throughout the United States? I'm kind of torn on it. I think that there's going to be a bigger spotlight on Tether, whether it gets delisted. I think there's maybe about a 51% chance of that happening. The only reason why I say that is because the real USD stablecoin is going to be coming out pretty relatively soon. And so I think that obviously with Donald Trump being, pro-American in regards to supporting a lot of the American-based cryptocurrencies out there, I think that whoever's in the SEC as well as the new crypto czar, I think they will most likely delist. If I had to bet, I think there's probably about a 51% chance of them delisting it and a 49% chance of them just keeping what it is. There's been some talk and some speculation that, Tether is used to pretty much support or pump up the price of Bitcoin. I think that's, I think that's neither here or there. But in regards to the question of whether Tether will get delisted in the United States, I think with rules and regulations and having that clarity, if Tether's not able to answer and abide by a lot of the rules and regulations that are going to be set out by the new SEC chair, as well as the crypto czar, I think that there could be a potential chance. And the reason why I say that is because, in Europe, they've been very somewhat one of the leaders when it comes to rules and regulations with crypto. And so, if they find it that it's not a good product or that it doesn't meet their level of rules and regulations, then I think that, hey, there's a good chance of that following suit in America too as well. Even just from a government structure, a lot of the rules and regulations and laws and a lot of things that are pretty much standard here in America are borrowed from a lot of English laws. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Only time will tell, but it's not looking good for Tether. One thing I wanted to shout out, obviously now, if this is not, the US Tether, this is the European Tether. So in the article, it said that cryptocurrency exchanges in Europe are preparing to delist locally non-compliant stablecoins as European crypto regulations near an enforcement deadline. Coinbase Europe, Coinbase Germany, and Coinbase Custody International will delist Tether. So again, Europe, man, they don't play that, man, with certain things. And so if you don't meet their guidelines, you have no chance of surviving. And I think that the SEC, as well as the crypto czar, I think they may look into that. And so they're saying, hey, our sister countries, across the pond are delisting Tether. So they either might borrow some of the rules and regulations that they have in Europe to form some of the rules and regulations here in the United States. So we shall see what happens with that. But it's very interesting. And I think the timing of it is very, unique because, we have the Ripple USD stablecoin coming out fairly shortly. Whether that comes by the end of this year, I hope it does. But honestly, I wouldn't be mad if it came out in 2025 because we have so many catalysts that are going to be having an influence on the price of XRP. I think that, we're in good shape no matter if it comes now or later, regardless. Moving on to as well, another article that I wanted to share, can Ripple XRP restart its rally this week? And so kind of zooming out a little bit, we've had that incident in South Korea where there's a lot of civil unrest. I think they had like martial law and all that kind of stuff going on over there, which definitely hurt the price of XRP last week. But I do think, depending on what happens in the overall economy, we have Jerome Powell. Whether he'll drop or either raise interest rates, I think that could be another catalyst on whether or not we see a bull run or a nice price bump for XRP this week. So let's get into this article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There was just a couple of things that I just wanted to point out from the article, but we're going to read here. Undoubtedly, the most important event for this week is the upcoming FOMC meeting on December 17th and 18th. On the last day of the meeting, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will announce the new interest rate decision, which holds significant impact on the cryptocurrency. So obviously, if he raises interest rates, then obviously that's not going to be bullish for crypto. But if he does decide to lower the interest rates, a lot of people are saying he's going to lower it 0.25%. That would be very bullish for crypto, and I think we could see a potential price increase for XRP. Moving on, says the recent past shows that XRP can be one of the most profitable cryptocurrencies to hold during these types of events. For instance, last week, CPI data reported caused that the asset to gain 21% in value following a modest inflation rate increase. So even though inflation went up a little bit, XRP went up 21% in value. Moving on, it says still on the inflation topic, the CPI's 0.3% inflation increase shows that despite being on the rise, the United States economy is handling inflation fairly well. This data will serve as a key indicator for the Fed regarding the new inflation rate decision. Lastly, wrapping up here, it says in the last two meetings, Jerome Powell announced a rate cut, first at 0.50% slash, and then a 0.25%. Could be 0.5% and a 0.25% cut in November. With a favorable outlook on the state of the economy, expectations are the Fed will announce yet another 0.25% rate cut. So, we shall see. I don't know. I think that there is, with the new president coming in, I think there's probably a good chance of them having a rate cut of a 0.25%. I definitely think that's a strong possibility. I definitely think we have probably over a 50% chance of that happening too as well. But, if it doesn't happen, we shall see. I think obviously you will see a pullback in crypto overall, Bitcoin, XRP, all the major cryptos included. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with that. But I think obviously with Trump coming in, maybe he's trying to get in his good graces a little bit. He's most likely going to probably drop it to a 0.25%, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Jerome Powell is going to raise interest rates, or do you think he's going to drop interest rates a 0.25%? And also too as well, do you think that XRP can have a price pump this week. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Again, guys, I really appreciate all of you for supporting the YouTube channel. Really, really appreciate it. If you like this type of content, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and definitely click that notification bell so you can stay updated and when I drop a new video. I hope everyone has a great night, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.